one video in 1 week. Nah, man, you're supposed to do 3 videos per week. That's the order. And if you can't follow that order, then somebody's gonna get kicked out of it, man. You're gonna get kicked out. All right, you're either gonna get suspended or you're gonna be kicked out. All right, fair and square, man. It's black and white, cut and dry, man. Go on, bro. Yeah, go on.
Matthew 22:9. It says, "Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage."
Right, and you got certain guys as well, man. You know, well, I'm not gonna speak on that because I'm not dealing with that in this cap. But what I'm saying is this as well. You have to also deal with the fact that you have to be ready to teach this word. Give me that Timothy, please. You can't be doing that, man. You know, we're not just niggas out here. We're men of the Lord, man. You know, we're men of God. If you can perceive that, okay. Anyway, so yeah, give me what I'll tell you again. You know, we're not some young little youth, man. We're grown men, and we're doing the Lord's work. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the thing. I mean, they probably didn't mean no harm about it, but we're not like these guys out here. We're not just some regular young boys out here just hanging out. We're doing the Lord's work, man.
That's the lack of respect, because at any time you see people holding Bibles, they preaching, man. Right. Jack, in the spirit, you always know. You might not believe what they're saying, but in your spirit, you always know. Okay, you know what? That's to do with God. Yeah. Let me not disrespect that, man. So whether you believe or not, man. And I was just after disrespect, nigga coming behind here, push them around, like we're hanging out, man.
That's what I'm saying, man. And that's just the thing. These young cats out here, they think that everything's a joke. Nothing's a joke out here.
So what is
what's up?
Sorry, yeah, I'm just interested in this. Yeah?
Okay.
So what is it about?
Well, what this is about? Where you from, by the way, your nationality?
From Ghana.
You from Ghana? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you would be on one of the tribes of Israel. Okay. Now, what you got to do, brother, is you have to hear what we're saying, and then if the Spirit wills you, repent. Because I mean, do you go to church?
Are you Christians or are you?
Now we're just. I mean, you could call this Christians, being the fact that the word Christian means anointed one, because we're anointed to preach this word. But we're the real Christians. You could say we're the real Christians, because we actually did what the real Christians did 2,000 years ago. Okay, but the point of the matter is that you're an Israelite. You're one of the chosen people of God. So what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to come and correct before the Lord, and hear what we have to say. Now, give me any scripture, brother, that deals with that situation there. And this guy right here, I don't know, where you from? What's your nationality?
I'm an Englishman.
You're English. Are you like Irish or anything?
I'm an Englishman. I'm here to inquire as well. I'm not part of them.
I'm not going to judge this man based on his appearance, but I'm just saying, I wanted to say this, right? It's the so-called white man, right? He's of the nation of Edom. And pretty much this is the society as it stands. I'm not talking to you per se, because you might be of a different nationality. I'm just speaking in the spirit. All right? But what I'm saying is this world here is going to be destroyed. Okay, let me say it that way. This world is going to be destroyed by way of nuclear destruction. So what you want to do before that time comes, you got to come before the Lord and repent. Now, I don't know if you go to church or anything like that.
Yeah, I go to church.
You have to stop that church. Give me Acts 7, what is it, 42.
Stop that church?
Yeah, stop the church because they're not teaching the truth. Okay? Because I went to church too. We've all went to church before. But we stopped the church thing because the Spirit led us in the truth. The true way. Because the word church means to call out, which we're calling out right now. Give me Acts 7, you know the one where it says, let me see something real quick. No, you know where it says, yeah. Okay, get that. Yeah, you know where it says, the Lord maketh not temples made with hands. It's in Acts 7. It's in Acts 7. It's in Acts 7. 48. I think it's 48. Check verse 48.
So I gotta stop my church.
Yeah, read that. Yeah, just don't even go to church because you're not gonna get saved by that. Because what they're doing is they're teaching you things. I mean, I don't even think they're even teaching anything. You know what I mean? I'm gonna ask you, because I could be wrong. What have you been taught in church lately, if you can remember?
Okay. Well, I can start with throughout my life. I've always been a kind of person. I want to find out the right way of life.
Well, you found it.
Yeah, I have. I have found the right way of life.
You found it.
I'm not in it.
Yeah.
But just
right
knowing it and knowing that there is this way of life that I can actually aspire to do.
Right.
And the whole journey is so exciting to me. Which is what? Which is following the steps of Jesus. Loving humanity, the life of love.
Well, I mean, you could love humanity, but you gotta learn to love your brother, your brethren. That's a part of it. We're gonna show you something. Give me Acts 7 and 48, brother.
Well, this Acts 7 and 48, and it says, "Howbeit the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands,
Right.
as saith the prophet."
So it says that the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands.
No, that's where I will jump in. Because in my church, we don't describe church as the building. Okay?
Yeah, but it's a building, brother. It's a building.
No, well, let you go listen as well.
I know, but you know though, brother, I'm teaching, right? So let me finish what I'm saying and I'll let you come in. You know, I'll be respectful because you're respectful to me. But what I'm saying is this: a lot of these churches around the world, they ain't gonna save you. They're not gonna. They don't have the truth to save you at all. All they can say to you is Jesus Christ came and died for all people. Do you believe that? Do you believe that the Lord came and died for all nations?
Well, I believe what will help me live my good life of love.
Now I want you to answer my question, bro. Like, do you believe in that?
I believe 100%.
Okay, well, what if I told you that the Bible says that he only came and died for the children of Israel? What if I told you that? Would you agree with that or?
Well, then where do I belong? Am I a child of Israel?
Yeah, you are. Well,
So then he died for me then?
Absolutely. But he didn't die for the whole world. Let's read this.
Well, it's about me now.
It's all about you, yeah.
Because if I'm not saved, I can't save anybody, right? If I'm not saved, I can't
Well,
save.
all of us ain't saved. Well, this is why we do what we do, because we're working to be saved.
This is Deuteronomy 7 and 6. So thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Right, because the Israelites are an actual nation of people, whether you believe it or not. Okay, the Israelites today, or what you call the real Jews, okay, are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. These are the people that represent the whole house of Israel as a whole. Okay, and even the people of West Africa, they represent, what is it? They go back to the real Jews that were scattered abroad. Okay, now when you read about, the Roman persecution, what happened was the Jews went into Africa fleeing from that situation. Some of them went up north, some of them went down south, but the bulk of them went west. Okay, now, what tribe are you from?
I'm from Ashanti.
I thought so. Now, do you know I thought so. Because the thing with the Ashanti tribe, they keep certain laws of the biblical. Okay, they keep the circumcision and what have you, and they keep other things too. But where did they get these things from? They got it from their ancestors, which is written in the Bible. So in other words, what we're saying to you, okay, what I'm saying to you is that your ancestors originally, whether you believe it or not, your ancestors as a whole go back to Jerusalem. You're the actual Jew. Okay, and he chose you only, he chose us only. Okay, you want to talk about, read that.
It's a book from Babylon to Timbuktu. And it says, in the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem. In 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state.
Right.
With great slaughter.
Right, with great slaughter, because the Romans, which were obviously so-called white men, Edomites, they were slaughtering our people by the dozen, because we were going at war with them at the time. So what happened was, the Lord, Yahweh Shai, he said, look, don't tarry in this region. In other words, I'm just, keeping it short. Don't tarry here. Go out into the mountains. Flee ye into the mountains. Which metaphorically speaking, that look, go outside of the land of Jerusalem, because you're gonna have a fallout of war that's gonna occur upon the people. So you have certain ones of our people that I think it's in Matthew 24. What you have? You have it already, right? I think you got it on. Let me see.
Luke 21.
It's let me see something real quick. Right, yeah. Start from 17.
Matthew 24 and 17. Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house.
Right.
Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes. Woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days.
Right, woe unto them that give suck in those days that have children. Why? Because the children are going to be pursued by the sword, by the Romans. Go on.
but pray ye that your flight be not in the winter,
right,
nor on the Sabbath day.
And you have to understand now, what we're going to read to you, this is something that Yahweh Shai, who you call Jesus Christ, he actually prophesied that this scenario was going to take place. So read that scenario again. This is what he was prophesying about our people. Go on.
It says, in the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem. In 70 AD, General Vespucian and his son Titus.
Speak verse 15 and 16. But you finish now.
It says, put an end to the Jewish estate.
Yep.
With great slaughter.
Right. So you had the Romans that put an end to the Jewish state, which is our people. So what happened was we fled into the shores of Africa, and even the elite banking family, they notice. Now the regular everyday John and Jane Edomite, so-called white men, don't notice. They just see us as a bunch of niggas. You know what I mean? As society declares. But really, what the government knows, they know that the true nationalities of the people on the earth, and they know that the so-called Negro is the real Jew, or either Benjamin or Levi. Okay.
So like my thing is, I'm only here for like 90 years, maybe 100. If I'm so blessed.
Yeah.
What in a nutshell, how is my life gonna be benefited?
Well, the way your life is gonna be benefited
from knowing all this. How should I live my life? And what is this knowledge?
Well, you know what it's gonna do for you at the end? It's gonna deliver you from nuclear fire. Okay, that's what it's gonna do. Now, I'm not trying to force you to believe what we're saying, because our people, their mentality is this. Look, what's the reason for me to believe in this when my life is going smooth and I'm doing okay? It's no point in me believing in this.
Don't get me wrong, my life is not going to.
No, I'm just saying, that's what certain other people say. But what I'm saying is this, you may not see the significance of this, but later on at the last end, the end result, you will see the value of the truth.
Sorry bro, I'll call
okay,
you.
So yeah.
I'll call you in 5 minutes.
And what you gotta, read verse 15. You're done with that, yeah? Okay, yeah, read that, my bad.
It says, during the period of the military governors of Palestine, many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people.
Right.
During the period of Pompey to Julius, it has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa. It says, fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery. The slave markets were full of black Jewish slaves.
That's it. So they all went to West Africa, and they were there for a millennium and half a century. Not half a century, but half a millennium. Right, a millennium and half a millennium they were there for. Right, and then what happened was you had the transatlantic slave trade that occurred to the same people, the Jews, that fled into Africa. Okay, and that's why you have so-called African Americans, you have the Jamaican people. We all stem from those parts, of West Africa. We all go back to those parts. Go on.
It says Judah mourneth. It says Jeremiah 14:2, and it says Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground. Right. And the cry of Jerusalem is going up.
Right, so the real Jews would be black onto the ground. Now you still may not believe in what I'm saying. You may still think that those people over there in Israeli land are the Jews. But they're not no Jews. They're just regular, white boys calling themselves Jews. Okay? That's all it is. But the so-called Negro, as the government knows, they know that we're the real Jews. Okay, and they know that they're the Edomites. That's what they know. But answering your question, what is this gonna do for me? What we're gonna do is just get me there's so many scriptures we can get, man. Get me the scripture where it says wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of thy time. If you can get me that. What you have? Okay, read what you got.
Matthew 24 and 15. It says, when ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet stand in the holy place, whoso readeth, let him understand. And let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains.
Actually, you know what? Go to the verse where it says, in the last stage you're gonna have such and such. Matter of fact, start from Matthew 24, verse 3.
Matthew 24 and 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world?
So what's going to be the sign of the return of who you call Jesus Christ? What's going to be the sign of the storm?
And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive men.
That's all of these different pastors in these different Christian churches. Go on.
And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
How we hearing wars, rumors of wars, World War III, etc. Go on.
See that ye be not troubled. All these things must come to pass.
Right. So I say this. So I use that scripture for a reason, because to answer your question, what is this going to benefit for me? What is going to benefit for you? Because what you have to understand, right? What I'm about to tell you, before the Lord before the Lord comes on the scene, what you're going to have is martial law being declared. All of these people out here, they're going to be fighting tooth and nail just to get some food, because you're going to have an economic collapse. So this society is going to be pelted down spiritually and also physically, economically, and you're going to see a lot of people just losing their minds altogether. But the reason why they're going to lose their minds is because they don't have the wisdom and understanding of the Lord. They don't understand that that was going to befall them. But we always knew and understood this. So let's say if that scenario actually plays out, we're going to be at peace. Because we already knew that that day was going to come. We already knew that there was going to be an economic collapse. And the people were going to, lose their mind. And they're going to starve to death. In fact, you're going to have famines. Okay? And all of that kind of sort of thing. We already knew that. So now when we're seeing it for real, it's not going to really affect us. Okay, go on. If you had something.
No, I'm still in that.
Oh, you have a quote, right? Yeah. You read that.
It's Isaiah 33 and 6, and it says, And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation.
Right, and the strength of salvation, go on.
The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
Right, and the fear of the Lord is his treasure. So that's another thing you have to do. You have to learn the fear of the Lord. Because once you understand his word, now you're going to be saved out of here. Because you got a lot of Christians, they'll say, oh, I'm saved. But what are you saved from? You might have a guy saying, oh, I'm saved, but he's got diabetes. Okay, or he's getting ready to perish because he's obese or whatever. Okay? But when you're saved, you're going to know when you're saved.
So what, you're saying that when someone is saved,
you're going to know about it.
Or is it impossible to have diseases, to have diabetes and stuff like that?
What I'm saying is that, with the salvation, let me explain myself further. Now the word saved or the word salvation means what? Preservation from danger. So let's say you do have these things, right? You're not saved. What I'm basically saying is you're not saved from the dangers of the world. Okay? Oh, go on, you got something, Yeah, get that.
So, so just bring it up. Matthew 24 and 13, it says, But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
Okay, go on.
And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness.
Because you're going to be saved by the gospel, by the believing of the true gospel. That's how you're going to be saved, and teaching it so. But what I want to deal with is that what I was saying is the salvation now means the preservation from danger. So the thing, what is the perilous times is going to come that we're going to be saved from? We're going to be saved from the nuclear destruction. We're going to be saved from the economic collapse, which is going to bring in forth the confusion in the midst of the people, and that's how the Lord is going to save you from that point on. Okay, but right now ain't nobody saved from anything. I'm not saved. No one's saved. Okay, we're going to be saved physically when the Lord takes us out of here.
So that is when the nuclear destruction happens and all that, right?
Right, when the nuclear destruction happens. Well, before that, I'll even go as far as saying that. You're going, bro. You got 3 seconds.
It's at Daniel 12 and 1, and it says, And that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble.
Right, there's going to be a time of trouble,
such as never was since the nations. Like it says, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found in the book.
So that's showing you right there that we're going to be delivered in the most turbulent times possible. So when the Lord comes, I mean, it's just going to be a dark world. Everything's going to be dark. It's going to be death all around. You might see a damn somebody's head right around the street, or you may see somebody's arm right there because of the calamities and the confusion amongst the people. And then you're going to have civil wars amongst the people. All of this scenario is going to be played out. So what's going to save you and what's going to stabilize you is this word, this truth. Okay, so you may not see the benefit of it now, because you may not see the reason of it, but at the last end, which is the result.
Where will I be in the last end? I'll be dead.
Well, I mean, if you believe and the Lord is dealing with you, you won't be dead, because the scriptures tells you in Mark 9:1. This matter of fact, let me not quote it. You just get Mark 9:1.
No, but what I'm trying to understand.
Yeah, go on.
So you're saying that all these, when the nuclear war happens, and that's when the Lord is going to save us.
Right.
What if I don't live to see the nuclear war? What if I die before it? How would this benefit? Should I just say, you know what, I might not live to see the nuclear war?
But you know what though, I'm going to say this as well. Now, if you're in the truth, you may not have to worry about that. You may not have to worry about being put to death at all. Okay, you might just make it through and through. Okay, because the way we're going to be living, like I said before, according to the scripture, we're going to be living in the most terrible times possible, because there's been many times where great, ill things have happened. Great ill things have happened during the times. But in these times now, being that we're in the last paganistic empire, this downfall of the so-called white man is going to be much more great than you can even comprehend.
What I'm trying to say is that
I know you're saying, bro. I know what you're saying.
Okay, so explain what I'm saying to you.
What you're saying is I might not be able to make it before the nuclear, the nuclear destruction. You might die in the midst of this confusion. Before the nuclear
not in the midst of the confusion. I might grow, have a good life, be happy. My family, whatever, grow to 90, and then die.
He's telling you that we haven't got time for that.
Yeah, we ain't got time for that. Do you have family, by the way? You have family, though.
Yeah, I have family.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say this as well. Now, if you got family and you believe, okay, then your family can be saved. Okay, keep going.
The thing is, what happens?
This society is gonna keep going on.
Yeah.
Get old and the children get older and then blah 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 blah. But basically, listen, this thing is because I'm trying to get this precept.
No, I don't quote any more scriptures.
No, we have to quote scriptures, brother. We have to quote scriptures.
No, whatever you've quoted, let's
this is our compound, brother. This is you have to respect the compound.
I understand. I respect, but I'm not getting understanding here. And I believe that you guys are here to bring understanding.
Right.
No matter how stubborn whoever it is.
Right.
You have to try and make them understand. Because if you're not making me understand, I think you're not doing your job.
But you know what though, at the end of the day, even if we do try to make you understand, and if you can't get it, that means you're not a part of the elect. Because it does say in Isaiah, I have to be honest, it does say in Isaiah 6, make their ears heavy that they don't hear, make their eyes shut that they don't see. So if I'm breaking it down to you and you can't see it, that's not my fault. That's just the spirit of the Lord.
No, but when someone wants to understand something, one thing I believe is that when someone is genuinely wanting to understand, they ask questions, right?
And it's not wrong.
And that's exactly where I'm going. But it's like you guys are like, you know what, it's gonna go on and on. Let's just cut him off. Let him go.
No, it's not even that. It's not even that, bro. Come on, bro. I'm the one that's speaking to you. I don't have that vibe on me. You know what I mean? And hey, brothers, you're gonna have to deal with this guy. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, this is for you. Is if you want to really understand the precepts and the scriptures, you have to come down here more often to understand what we're saying. Now, I'm going to say it one more time again. If you don't understand what we're saying, and we're breaking it down to you, then maybe it ain't for you.
Okay, for the benefits of me understanding, you just say...
So what is it that you don't understand?
What I don't understand is, first of all, is that what happens to me now, right now that I'm here, how is my life going to be benefiting from this?
Your life, can I say this? Your life is not here.
That's number one.
That's the point. Your life, you're not supposed to worry about your life here. You're supposed to let him go in the middle.
All right, my friend. Listen to me.
See, that's Satan right there. Satan always gotta come up and try and destroy the.
Well, let's talk. Yeah. So you're talking something.
And you are born again.
Bro, just focus on that.
So basically, where was I?
Yeah, you see my life is not here.
Yeah, basically what we're saying is we're not trying to establish our lives here. We're trying to establish ourselves for the kingdom, which is at hand. So we're not trying to build our lives here and have families and have a nice car and a big house and a good job with that. Because we know that this kingdom's going to
Oh, give me John 2. Get John 2 and 25.
We're not here for that. So we're trying to show our people that time is short. It will come back to the laws and the statutes.
What do I do right now?
First,
should I just stay home and just
you got to pick up this book again.
We're not telling you to stay home, brother. We're not saying
You got to repent, man. You got to repent.
There's reading the Bible and it's getting understanding.
What is repent?
the word repent means to humble back to the Lord. That's what it means. The word means back. The word repent means to humble. So you gotta come before the Lord and humility.
Ask this man if you want to ask this question.
So in a practical way, how do I repent?
With the Israelites. I'll let you talk. What are you saying? Yeah, just hold on. Let me finish what he's saying and I'll get to you.
Yeah, I really want to understand that.
Yeah, go on.
In a more practical way, how do I repent? Because this is me, right? I'm just going to give you a short history of my life.
Yeah.
I was a Christian. I believed in God. I was born again. With the
Do you still believe?
I still believe in God.
Okay.
Yeah? Back then. And then I kind of like backslided a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I realized, no, there ain't no such thing as me living on my own. I need to get back to Christ.
Yeah.
And since I got back to him, he showed me a lot of things, how to live life. And one of the things he showed me is, first of all, love. Love for whoever
No, but that's not. But that's not the deal. But I want to
love everybody.
No, he didn't. But let me just read this for you real quick, and then we'll get to that point. It's a good point, by the way. I want to get to that. This is on 1 John 2, verse 15. It says, "Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him." So we're not to deal with this world. It says, "For all that is in this world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world." Verse 17, the point. "And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of God, or the Most High, abideth forever." So what you want to do is to seal yourself for salvation. Is you gotta come before, you have to humble yourself before the men of the Lord, right? Learn this truth, all right, and then do the will of the Father, which will make you abide forever. Because this world, you're doing what you're doing in this life. You're working and you're taking care of yourself, as we're doing right now. And life is still going on, okay. But at the last end, this world is going to be destroyed. But if you hold on, let me finish my point. So let's say you're in the truth. You're going to be delivered. You ain't got to worry about being destroyed because you're not at one with the world.
I don't care about being destroyed or anything. What I care about is what is my impact in this world. You know, when you go like that, it means like you're just trying to say you're not making sense. But
what you mean? What I'm saying don't make any sense. What you saying?
No, when I start talking and you all guys go like, oh,
it's because you keep talking about the world and like we're trying to understand.
No, there is two things. Now let me quote this from 1 John 4:20. Yeah.
Go on, quote it.
1 John 4:20. Let me get it out quickly. I'm not trying to.
That's fine, brother. Respect it.
I really want to get it. I've never been in this kind of thing before.
That's all right.
Let me find out what's going on. 1 John 4:20. This is what it says. It says that.
And it's all for the edification as well. You got to look at that too. Go on.
It says that. Well, let me start from verse 16. Okay, from verse 13 it says, "This is how we know that we live in him and he is in us," right? "He has given us of his spirit, and we have seen and testified that the Father has sent his Son to be the Savior of the world."
Right, but what world is that talking
about? If anyone acknowledges that Jesus is the Son of God, God lives in them and they in God.
Well, who is the devil? Go on.
And so we know and rely on the love God has for us. Now God is love. Whoever lives in love lives in God.
That's all right. That's
and God in them. Yeah? This is how love is made complete among us, so that we will have confidence on the day of judgment.
But you know what though? You said them. No, can I interject? I'll let you speak. Because you got the floor, I'm gonna let you speak. But I have to interject.
It's not for me, it's from the scripture.
I understand it, but I'm gonna break it down. Let's read John. What's that verse again?
The scripture, because the one that I was.
But you're not breaking it down right, brother. I have to break it down.
No, but I just want to finish it. When I finish it.
But you're gonna be all day. What's the point, brother? You have to. You have to stop what you reading. The way you read the scriptures,
No,
you
but
stop.
what I really wanted
and you
to read,
explain
I
the
haven't
scripture.
even read it. I was just reading the script. Will you just listen to the script?
Go on, Joe. Go on.
Because if the whole explanation was so important, it should have been in the script.
Yeah, I know, but the way you're explaining it, brother, the way you think it is not the way it is.
This is a scripture. You can't add anything. You can't take anything from it. So this is it, yeah? This is how love is made complete among us, so that we will have confidence on the day of judgment, in the grave, whatever it is, when I die, whenever it is. Yeah? In this world, we are like Jesus. There is no fear in love, but perfect love drives out fear.
What is love?
Okay. I'll come to love. Love is in Hebrews. I'll come to love.
No. What
love
is
in
love?
Corinthians chapter 14. I'll come in. Now, we love because we love first. Us. Whoever claims to love, this is what I wanted to read. This is why I wanted to read.
Okay, that's fine, but what is love? I want to ask you something. What is love?
I'll give you love. Love is 1 Corinthians chapter 13. I'll come there. I'll come there. Wait. Now, listen to this. He said, whoever claims to love God yet hates his brother or sister is a liar.
But you know, though, you brothers got to be on point with the scriptures, man.
For whoever does not love his brother and sister, whom they have seen, okay, cannot love God. If I don't love my brother right here, whom I've seen him right now, how do I claim that I love God? Do you get what I mean? This is my point.
Loves everyone. Is that your point?
What is love?
It's your point that he loves everyone.
He loves everyone. Everyone.
He doesn't hate anybody at all.
He doesn't hate
He
anybody.
doesn't hate anyone, yeah?
He hates what they do, but he doesn't hate them.
Man, hold on, listen to this. This
He
is
hates
love
what
right
they do,
here.
but he doesn't hate them. So if I love God, whom I've never seen, then this is my point.
But we're going to show you the right way to love him. Because the law, for one thing, you're getting incorrect, brother, is that the law don't love everybody. We're going to show you that.
Well, let me get to first go. I'm still looking for yours. I've got mine right here. Let me read it.
Let's hold on.
Okay, so First Corinthians.
This is
First Corinthians chapter 13.
He's going to read what the teacher said. You said you respected this,
verse
right?
4.
So let him read this.
We're talking about love, right? This is second epistle of John 1. This is verse 6, and this is love, that we walk after his commandments.
Right, that's another thing too. That's the love. The love is the keeping of the law, the commandments.
What are the commandments?
What are the commandments? Let's get Leviticus, what is it? 20 and I believe it's 19. Okay, yeah, read that.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, verse 12. Wisdom is glorious and never fadeth away. Yea, she is easily seen of them that love her. Right? So love of wisdom, and found of such as seek her.
Right.
Love wisdom, you seek after wisdom, right? Verse 17, for the very true beginning of her is the desire of discipline.
Right.
And the care of discipline is love.
Right, meaning you have to keep the commandments.
Hold on. And love is the keeping of her laws.
That's it. That's a badass scripture. That's what I'm talking about.
So then what is his laws?
So if you love your father, you're going to do what your daddy tell you.
So let me tell you what my daddy
and your
told
daddy tells you to keep these laws.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And if you love your daddy, you're going to do just that.
Yeah.
And if you don't love your daddy, you're going to sin. You're going to transgress those laws.
I'm not going to do it. Perfect. That's right.
So that is love.
Yeah.
But now
And the Most High love you so much that he wants to discipline you. That's God's love. The love that you know, that's the love that you was taught by the world.
No, Hebrews chapter 12
the world taught. Now listen,
that.
the world taught you how to love.
No,
emotion. No, listen. Emotions. That's what we've all been taught with love is. Listen.
All these that you're talking about, I want us to get
listen. You have to listen. Because you're talking. Because you're but you gotta let these teeth beat. Now you've been taught. Because you've been taught. No, because you're not talking to mine.
But you gotta listen.
You gotta listen because you need to understand our standpoint.
You're not hearing.
Listen.
No, if I ask you 2 plus 2 is 4,
you need to listen to our standpoint.
You don't start saying 6 plus 6 because that's not the question.
You need to listen to our standpoint, all right? So you understand what it's all about. You've been taught by the church and by the world that love is about emotions because I know, because I went to church just like you.
No, just like
so I understand your standpoint, but you don't understand our standpoint. I understand your standpoint because I went to church.
I'm listening.
We all went to church, but you don't understand our standpoint because you don't know. That's why you're up here, because you're trying to find out.
Explain.
Now, love is discipline. If you love your child, you know what are you gonna do? You're gonna say, "I love you" to this point.
What is discipline?
Listen carefully. Listen. Love is when you tell your child, "Listen, you're gonna do this." because I want you to grow up to be like this.
Nah, I'm not gonna do that to my child. I'll
You
be
are,
like,
yeah, you
look,
are. You
child,
gonna beat your
you
child.
are your own
You gonna beat your
entity.
child.
Go out there and do
Well, guess what? You don't love your child.
I love him.
You don't look, because the child, the
I'll let him know
scriptures
I'm
tell.
always there for you. These are the principles
Listen.
of life.
Now listen. The scriptures tell
I'm not
you.
gonna let my
Listen.
child
You're not
go my
listening.
way.
You're not listening. The scriptures tell you how to train your child
in the way that he should go.
In the book of Proverbs, and many men beat your child. I'm not even spare your child.
I'm not gonna beat my child.
But in this society, you can't train your child like how.
How do you train your? I believe if I want to train my child, I have to train myself.
He's not listening. He's not gonna give you.
You know my man. You know my man. Listen, man. Listen, bro. You ain't gonna get. You're not gonna get this.
You ain't gonna get.
You're not gonna get this, bro. You might as well just have a nice day. Live your life. You just perish, man. That's all I gotta say for you.
I'm gonna listen to you, man.
I know you can listen all day.
Yeah,
you can listen all day. That don't mean.
When I say my stuff, you're not listening.
My man, you can't be doing that.
When I say my stuff,
I'm saying is this, bro. What I'm saying is this. You ain't gonna get this.
You don't even know me, but
give
you
me Isaiah 6. Somebody give me Isaiah 6.
The Bible says
Isaiah 6, man.
You get what I mean? No, you are here. You guys are here, but
you not listening.
No, I don't up a child in the way that he should go.
Right.
And when he is old, he will not depart.
And my point is,
that's it right there.
Can I ask a question?
So the Lord is training.
Can I ask a question?
You keep asking questions, bro.
No.
Just listen, man. Just fucking listen, bro.
Oh,
come on, man.
No, can I ask a question?
Bro, you've asked too many questions. Let me explain
the point. Train up a child the way he should go. Yeah, my practical question is, how do I do that? How? What is the practical way of doing it? That's what I'm saying.
Listen, I'm gonna research.
You can't just say to me, go and train up your child how he should go. I don't even know how to
listen. This is Proverbs chapter 23, verse 13. Withhold no correction from the child.
So the question is, what is correction?
For if thou beatest him with the rod, he shall not die.
Right.
Thou shalt beat him with the rod, and shalt deliver his soul from hell.
Do you know what being big to me? It makes me afraid.
So you don't even discipline your child.
Yeah, bro.
In the age
bro, I'm not going to touch my child because she's going to be afraid.
I haven't been beaten.
If I want to beat my child, I'll beat myself up because that's what
don't listen to me. I've been beaten too, but guess what? I've never touched no drugs. I never got to no gang banging business. Okay, I was
the best influence I had in my life.
I was an upstanding human being, and I'm still I am today,
bro.
Okay. So it's nothing wrong. Listen, bro, it's nothing wrong with being disciplined, man. It's not wrong being disciplined.
Just because it says beat, you're taking everything literal. It just means correction.
Right.
If you can't understand that there's different ways to correct
now you're talking.
Then you're just being simple.
Now you're talking. All right? Now you're talking. Them saying beat them up. I'm saying how do I do it practically? And you're saying to me, I'm not listening.
I'm saying this.
How do you do it?
Because you're literally not listening. Like,
because you're not listening to my question in the first place.
And then you just start chatting like you just.
No, you gotta listen to the question and answer it correctly. Don't deviate from the question. And that's
imagine how this guy was in school. Say if you had a school teacher,
now he's gonna take it personal, and then you're gonna go like, yeah, you can do this guy. You can do this guy. Because you're not answering my question. I can if I go to the doctor and say, doctor, my head, and the doctor says, hey, don't listen. Listen to me. I'm saying your butt is hurting.
You coming to us now, you'll be telling the doctor how he's supposed to cure you.
Right.
Exactly. The doctor telling you how he's supposed to cure you.
No. If I go to the doctor, I tell them. No. Listen. No, you don't listen. When I go to the doctor, I'm going to tell them I've got a headache. I've got a what? You got to call security, man. Let me tell you what love is. Love is patient. And this is practical.
Well, that's not actually what that's talking about.
And now I say something, you say it's not.
But you're not a teacher too. The Lord set up teachers that shall teach you wisdom and understanding. Doesn't it say that?
Who ordained you teacher over me? That's the first thing.
Yeah, because you ain't nobody, bro. You're just a regular guy. We're the teachers. If you're a teacher, you set up your own camp. Set up your own thing there. If you're a teacher. Now let me read this.
I came here to learn.
Leviticus 19,
but you're giving me a whole
verse 27.
About you guys.
This is Leviticus 19, verse 27.
You're just quoting
Ye shall not round the corners of your heads, right?
Seriously.
Neither shall thou mount the corners of thy beard. That's the law you're breaking right there. Okay?
It's all about laws.
It is about the law.
It's all about laws, man.
It is about the law.
One law I know is law of love.
Say something like, if you're
it's the law of love. That's all I know, bro. That's all I know. And that's all I know. Practical love. That's what it is. How do I love my neighbor? How do I love you, mom? How do I love you? How do I feel your pain when you're in pain? I don't come to you quoting scriptures. No, that's not what I do.
Bro, if you're in your daddy's house, you're going to follow.
No, you don't have to shake his hand.
What are you doing, man?
No, I want you to know.
Yeah. He's full of shit. Yeah.
We're not taking up Percy. Just listen.
No, if you say
this is Matthew 5, verse 14. It says
it talks a lot about you guys than it talks about me.
You ain't saying this guy's acting like
Yeah, that's what it is. When you take things personal, it talks a lot about you guys, man. Seriously.
Verse 17, right?
Yeah.
Think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets, right? I'm not come to destroy but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heavens and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law until all be fulfilled. So we're telling you the correction, we're telling you that you have to keep the law, and you're still lollygagging. You're still arguing over us. We got the word. Give me
I'm just asking, what's the law?
Jeremiah 3 and 14. I told you the law that you're breaking. You're shaving your beard, brother. You didn't know that, but we're telling you.
What's shaving my beard?
Right, that's against the law.
It's against the law.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness,
What did I just read to you? It says the Lord have not done away with the law nor the prophets.
So what if I shave my beard? It's against the law. What kind of God is this?
It's the God of the Bible. That's who God is.
Okay, so what if I shave my beard? What is it got to do with my neighbor?
Now you know you ain't supposed to be doing that. But if you want to do that, then
do you know you're not supposed to let ill words come out of your mouth? And you just said fuck.
The word fuck.
And do you know that if you break one of the law, you break all of them? Do you know that?
Let me explain what it means.
You can keep your beard as big as whatever, but if you break one of the law, you break it all of them.
Get the precept what Paul said. What did Paul say? Though I be rude in speech but not in knowledge. As long as I have the teachers correct, I can say what I want to say, all right? As long as I keep the message correct. Now the word fuck means fornication under the consent of the king. That's all it means.
Got that.
Give me that.
2 Corinthians 11 verse 6. But though I be rude in speech, yet not in knowledge.
Right, not in knowledge. And this was Paul speaking. Now you can't say that Paul was in a man of the Lord. Read that again.
2 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 6.
Right.
But though I be rude in speech,
right,
yet not in knowledge.
That's it. So as long as we got the doctrine down pat, hey, we can say it out. And these words don't mean anything. Like when the Lord was on the scene, he was calling people vipers and snakes and all of that, man. Now back then 2,000 years ago, now I'm speaking.
Read the scripture.
Back then 2,000 years ago, that was considered a curse word. Go on.
Amos 5 verse 10. They hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh upright.
Right, they abhor him that speaketh upright. So the thing with you is the reason why you said what kind of God is this, because you've been taught that God is all love and you can't do no harm. Give me the scripture where it says God,
but that works perfectly. That works perfectly. The people that kept the law, they were always
listen.
They were always at war.
This is Matthew 26 verse 73. And after a while came unto him they that stood by and said to Peter, surely thou art also, surely thou also art one of them, for thy speech bewrayeth thee. Then began he to curse and to swear, saying, I know not the man. And immediately the cock crew. And Peter remembered the word of Yahushua, was said unto him, before the cock crow, thou shalt deny me thrice. And he went out and wept bitterly. But it said he began to curse and to swear. All right.
No, but in that state when he was cursing and swearing, he was in a sinful state anyway. That was when Jesus said to him, that's what it's going.
But you know, like I said, right? Like I said, at the end of the day, the word fuck, the word shit don't mean anything concerning the scriptures, man. I just broke it down.
Now you're telling me fucking shit.
1 Samuel 2 and 6.
Get Deuteronomy 30, one where it says, I just walked by. Go on, read that.
1 Samuel 2 and 6.
My man, bro, listen to what this is saying. Go on.
1 Samuel 2 and 6. It says, the Lord killeth and maketh alive.
Right, the Lord killeth and he maketh alive. So God kills as well. It's not all just about love. Go on.
He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up.
And the Lord is going to kill a lot of people too, by the way, as I've explained to you earlier before. Okay? So what you got? Give me
can I read this?
Bro, I said get Deuteronomy. You know what I'm talking about. Because this guy thinks that God is all love, so we have to explain what's going on. You know the one where it says, I wound and I heal.
This is Deuteronomy chapter Deuteronomy chapter 32 verse 39. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me.
And who is this? The Most High, the supreme power that created the heavens and the earth. Go on.
I kill and I make alive.
I kill and I make alive. So let's say, for example, a 14-year-old crosses the street the wrong way and a down bus hit his ass. That was the Lord that did that.
Right.
Okay, go on.
I wound and I heal.
Right, and I wound and I heal. Go on.
Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
Go on.
For I lift up my hand to heaven and say, I live forever. If I whip my glittering sword and mine hand take hold on judgment, I will render vengeance to my enemies and will reward them that hate me.
Right. And it says also in that particular scripture, it says there's no other God besides me. So so when you see a city that's being destroyed and people are losing their minds or people are starving or what have you, that was the Lord right there. So what you gotta understand, brother, right, is the fact that Lord ain't just about love. Right. The Lord is also about destroying people too.
Got it.
Okay, go on.
1 Samuel 2 verse 6. Yahweh or the Lord killeth and maketh alive.
Right, we just read that.
He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. The Lord maketh poor and maketh rich.
Right, so if you're a poor man and you ain't got and you are homeless down the street, or you so poor to the point where you can't keep on your bills, that was the Lord. So everything in this reality, the Lord controls everything. Now, you could get mad at me, brother, because I'm not mad at you.
Oh,
and I can get mad at you. I'm not mad at you, brother. But what I'm saying is this. This is something you've never been taught before. So we do have to explain it to you.
No, you don't know me, so you can't say that.
No, but you're coming from a Christian church.
No, but you can't judge me by that. Do you know what I read?
Bro, you don't know that the Lord kills. You don't know that.
That's what you said.
No, I don't know that.
You didn't know that.
How do you know I didn't know that?
Because you know what? No, I got it, bro. I got it. You know why I know? You know I know you. I know. You know I know you know that God is all love. Because you said you kept quoting the scriptures about how God is just love.
Yeah.
But you didn't quote other scriptures how the law is about putting people to death.
How long have you spent with me?
See?
Yeah, but the abundance of his heart.
Right,
how
like
much
you
stuff
did.
have you
Like
read?
you did.
How much stuff have you listened to?
My heart is in the scriptures, brother. Go on.
Psalms 46, verse 7. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge.
Oh, wait a minute. It says the God of Jacob. So he's the God of just the 12 tribes of Israel. I thought he loved everybody. Go on.
Come, behold the works of the Lord. What desolations he hath made in the earth.
Right. What desolations have he made on the earth? Get Malachi 3 and 6. Go on.
He maketh wars to cease
to
the end of the earth.
So the Lord, it says that the Lord maketh wars and to cease at the end of the earth. So this World War III that's going to erupt and other prior wars that happened before, the Lord sanctioned that also. Okay, go on.
Psalms 47 verse 2. For the Lord Most High is terrible.
Right, the Lord Most High is terrible. Go on.
He is a great king over all the earth.
He is a great king over all the earth. So people like to say, oh, you know, my son passed away. That was Satan. No, that wasn't Satan. That was the Lord.
We don't.
Go on.
He shall subdue the people under us, and the nations under our feet.
Right, and he shall subdue the nations under our feet. Because the reason why the so-called white man's in power, why? Because it was the Lord again. The Lord put the so-called white man in power. The Lord is the reason why our people, they have this slave mentality. Okay, the Lord is the reason why our people are going to be blinded until they be put to death. And you're going to have the elect of our people that's going to wake up and receive the truth and then to salvation. Go on.
He shall choose our inheritance for us, the excellency of Jacob, whom he loved.
Right, so we ain't always going to be poor in the ghetto, all bummed out and all that stuff. We're going to be, there's going to come a time and a point where we're going to rule over these other nations. And that's all going to be done by the will of the Father. Now get this.
Malachi 1 and 2. I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord?
Right.
Yet I loved Jacob. And I hated Esau.
Oh no, brother, that's not right. The Lord can't hate, brother.
And I hated Esau.
That's not, brother, you reading the wrong thing.
And I hated Esau.
I read that before.
But you said you don't hate them.
I've read all that before.
So then why did you say
my question is, okay, I get that.
Okay, who's Esau then if you read it before?
Esau.
Who's Esau?
Esau is the brother of Jacob.
I know, but who is he today? That's what I should have said. Who is Esau today?
I don't know.
The so-called white news today. Yeah, read what you got, brother. Read what you said.
This is Amos 3 and 6, and it says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid?
Yeah.
Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord have not done it?
Okay, yeah. Go on. Yeah, go on. Yeah, read that again.
It says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid?
Right. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Go on.
Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord have not done it?
Right, shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it? Go on.
Isaiah 45 and 5. I am the Lord, there is none else. There is no God beside me.
Right.
I girded thee, though thou hast not known me. They that may know from the rising of the sun and from the west that there is none beside me.
Right, there's no other God, no power before him. Go on.
I am the Lord, and there is none else.
And by the way, do you know that the Lord controls Satan too? Go on.
Says, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil.
So the Most High creates evil. As well as he creates peace, he creates evil. So you gotta understand there's gonna be certain people on this earth that is gonna be damned and be put to death because of their sins and they don't want to repent. Right? And then you're gonna have the ones of our people that's gonna be saved. Why? Because they heeded to the word of truth. Okay? And they took heed to the word of the Lord. That's the way that's going down. So that's what you gotta have in your mind. Alright? And I'm not mad at you, brother. We just started off kind of rough.
I'm not mad at you. No, it's not rough. This is not rough at all. It's synergizing. It's just the method we're using is not right.
Right.
Yeah? Right. I'm a man of understanding and I like to talk about it. So what I'm asking you is, a man like me, yeah? I come here. How are you gonna get me to believe this?
Well, it's not, but you know though, I'm gonna say this, right? And I'm gonna put ourselves aside here. The only thing that we can do is show you the way, the word. That's it. Now it's up to the Lord for you to be a part of this thing. And it's up to him that you're not gonna be a part of it. Give me John 15. Somebody get John 15. Okay, read that.
This is Isaiah 6 and 9. 15 and 4. It says, and he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart of this people fat.
Right, so the Lord has certain angels where you might be up here right now hearing what we're saying, but there's a part of you that doesn't understand still.
Yeah, because there's a part of you that doesn't understand me.
No, I'm not saying you per se. I'm just speaking in general. I wasn't talking to you. Come on.
Make the heart of this people fat and make their ears heavy.
Right, so what I was saying is when people come up here amongst our people, when they come up here, we can explain the scriptures so vividly well to them, and we've done it so many times, and they still can't get it. Why? Because the Most High is putting the spiritual blocker that they don't see. Go on.
And shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed.
So the Most High don't even want all Israel to get this. He only wants the elect to receive this truth. How about them apples? Okay, now give me John 15 and 4. Give me that. No, it says the Lord. It's in John 15, but I know it's in John 15. What is Matthew saying?
It's Matthew 11 and 27, and it says, all things are delivered unto me of my Father, and no man knoweth the Son but by the Father, neither knoweth any man the Father save the Son, and he to whomsoever the Son will reveal him.
That's it. So you have to be revealed by the Messiah, okay? And that's going to be the deal right there. So give me John 15, verse, I think it's verse 4. No, I think it's, right, verse 19 it is, verse 19.
It's John 15 and 19, and it says, if ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you.
That's not it. That's not it. John, it says, for I the Lord, I choose you. You have not chosen me. Yeah, read that.
This is in John as well. John 14 and 15. Going back to what you're saying about love. It says, if ye love me, keep my commandments.
Right, so that's the ultimate love right there. You know, the brothers just, rereading what's being said about love, because if you love your brother and you love, your fellow men, what does it say according to the Lord? Thou shalt not commit adultery, right? The word adultery means to sleep with your brother's wife. Okay, or your I'm not saying your blood brother, but I'm saying your
someone else's wife.
Right. You ain't supposed to be doing that. And to also, grow your beard is one of the things. Keep the Passover. Go on.
It says St. John 15 and 16, and it says, ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you.
Right, so that goes back to what you were saying earlier before. So basically, really what it is that, I can show you the truth. We can teach you everything that you need to be taught, but it's up to the Lord to choose you, whether you're equipped for this thing. It's not really up to us. We're just pretty much putting the fish net out there, and if the Lord makes it to where you grab hold of this faith, then it was set up for you. Read that.
And it says, and ordained you that you should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever you shall ask of my Father in my name, you may give it.
Read it again so he can understand, because I was cutting it out.
It's John 15 and 16, and it says, you have not chosen me, but I have chosen you, and ordained you that you should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever you shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it to you.
So you don't choose the Most High. Like you have certain Christians, they'll say, oh, you know, I chose God to be a part of my life. No.
Oh yeah.
You get what I'm saying, brother? So what it is the Lord chooses you, and when He does choose you, you're gonna be on our side. You're gonna be pretty much bringing forth fruit. The fruit is metaphorically speaking about how we're gonna bring in brothers in the faith or the elect, because it says that your fruit shall remain. So if we bring a brother in the faith, if he's a part of the elect, he's gonna remain in the faith. Okay, but if he departs from the faith, that's not wrong on our side. He just wasn't part of the elect. Okay? That's
let me now read something.
Yeah, go on.
Matthew chapter 22, verse 40. Is that all the law, because all you're talking about is if you love God, keep His commandments. Yeah? And all the laws that you're reading is basically the laws of Moses. Right?
Yeah, but you know you're right in a sense. And I'm gonna say why. Because in the law it says to, you know, when you see man lying with mankind as he lies in a bed with a woman, you should put him to death. So technically, the law in itself is not going to save us. But if we follow the Lord, the Messiah, we're going to be keeping some of the laws, because we can't keep all the laws in the society. If we keep all of the laws in the society, we're going to wind up in jail, in prison. So the Lord understands that. The Lord understands that, you know, we can't keep all the laws, because it was already prophesied that we was going to be in a predicament in this society, in this white man's society, that we would have to go by his laws. Okay, but you can still keep certain laws, like, for example, don't eat pork, don't eat shrimp, and none of these things that are unlawful. So you can do that, you can keep that law, you can get circumcised, you can grow your beard, okay, you can keep the Sabbath, you can keep the Passover and the other high holy days, okay? But as long as you're trying to the best of your ability within those laws, and you can keep certain laws, then the Lord will value you, you know, as a man that you're trying to do your best. Okay, that's what it is. I'm not gonna say, brother, that you're gonna make it based on the law. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that.
So let me
say, just to say, you've got the 10 commandments, right? If you follow those commandments, you're basically doing the best that you can in this society, other than, like, you know, growing your beard, and not eating abominable foods, man. So, like I said, the Lord does know that there's certain things. It's like, you can't say the law is diminished, because you can't go out there just killing people. You can't commit murder. So the law must still be in place. It's just that, like the brother said, there's certain laws that in this, because we're not running things.
So you trying to say that now we can fulfill some of the laws?
Yeah, because we're not running things. Yeah. So when we're running things, we can fulfill all of the law. Yeah. But we're not in control here. Yeah. So we can't do that.
Because you have to understand, I'm going to have you read the scripture, but I just want to say one more thing. As we live in this, because you have to understand, brother, right? And this is what we haven't told you. But you got to understand, we as a people are in captivity right now, okay? And that's why we got to work for these devils. But in our society, when we're ruling the next world, then we'll be able to keep the laws 100%, because it's going to be under our governance, our rule. But right now, we got to try and do the best that we can to fulfill certain things. You understand? And the Lord will see us through, hopefully. Yeah, read what you got.
Okay, so just based on this, the first one I'm going to hold it. But this is what James chapter 2 verse 10 says. Yeah. He says, whoever breaks one commandment is guilty of breaking them all.
Absolutely.
Okay? For the same one who said, do not commit adultery, also said, do not murder. The same one who said, keep your beard, also said, do not sleep with someone's wife, right? Now, it says that even if you do not commit adultery, you have become a lawbreaker if you commit murder. To speak and act as people who will be judged by the law that sets us free. For God will not show mercy when He judges. And that is one. The next one I'm going to say is about Matthew chapter 22 verse 40. And that's what makes me excited in the Lord. Because it says that all these laws are summed up into. And this is where love comes in. And when I talk about love, you guys will go like, oh, no.
Are you saying, but I want to make sure that we're on the same level. Are you saying that we have to do away with the laws completely?
No.
Okay.
I'm telling you that there is an easy way of keeping the law. Okay? This is what I'm saying to you. All the law and the prophets hang on these two commandments. All the law. Do not commit adultery, do not do that, do not do that. It's all hang on to, yeah? This is what it says, yeah? While the Pharisees were gathered together, Jesus asked them. It's just, let me get it from my Bible really, because this one is from somewhere.